that's preventing him from doing his job, and it's called the Constitution. It's like, excuse me? A little piece of paper? I don't think so. Anyways, but now, what I was getting at is our Constitution. Now, I know this, politicians know this, and a select few of the American people know this too. And hopefully they'll start waking up quicker and quicker. But the Constitution of the United States, which was ratified back in 1787, 1790, maybe it was 1791 altogether, basically has given us, we the people, the citizens of the United States of America, so much power over our government. The only problem is we're too afraid to use it. Why? Why are we too afraid to use it? Why are we too afraid to use the Constitution, the document that was written for we the people? It was written so that tyrannical governments like the Obama administration could not do what they're doing to us right now, which is steamrolling us. Okay? Now, they're driving a wedge between us by political parties, liberals, conservatives, whatever. You know, the media does this too. Politicians are doing it. You know, and even radio show hosts do this. But, you know, I'm not going to pick either side tonight. I'm not going to say liberal. I'm not going to say conservative, because honestly, I want to do away with the goddamn political parties. Let's just have one party, the American Party. What is so wrong with that? Yes, we're all Americans. Yes, we all come from different backgrounds and different heritages and different religions and different cultures and diversities and everything. And yes, we're all going to have different opinions. I mean, there's no way that an entire country of more than 2 million people can agree all on the same thing, unless it's really, really tragic. But, well, even then, there's always going to be that one person that doesn't agree with you. But, you know, that's what politicians are afraid of, guys and gals. They're afraid that we're going to finally figure it out, that Constitution, that little piece of paper that Obama says as, you know, stopping him from doing his job, gives us so much power over our politicians. And we should not be afraid of them. When the American people become afraid of their government, that's tyranny. When the government fears the people, that's freedom. And that's a republic, which the United States should be. According to the Constitution, we should be a republic. Not a democracy, a republic. That we, as the people, elect representatives to represent us in government. However, most of our representatives have completely lost faith and don't even listen to us at all. Now, I just want to pause right here and welcome Jesse to the chat room. Welcome to the show there, Jesse. He's from the Facebook page Keep America American. Definitely go check them out as well. He's saying La Resistance, if we were only French. Yes, the resistance. Welcome to the show. But, you know, it's... I don't know. Maybe to me, maybe it just sounds too easy, you know. And you know, I'm reminded of a few days ago. I was reminded of an era in American history that we didn't stand. I mean, we didn't take any of the stuff like this sitting down. I mean, we were out in the streets. We were protesting. It didn't matter if cops were shooting tear gas. into the crowds. We were still protesting. We were, women were out there burning their bras. We staged sit-ins. We handcuffed ourselves to buildings until our demands were met or at least considered. Now, what era am I talking about? I'm talking about the 1960s, folks. I mean, you talk. They say it's the hippie era. Well, guess what? Those hippies are just like us. They're just like us. And in fact, they're not just like us. They're better than us. The hippies back in the 60s are better than us because at least they had the cojones, or the cojones, whatever you want to call it. The balls. There you go. At least they had the balls to stand up for what they believe in. And what are we doing? What are we doing? We sit on our butts. We go on Facebook or Twitter, and we just tweet and or post stories and stuff like that. We don't do anything. So we need, as Americans, we need to start waking up. We need to start giving a damn again. We need to start exercising our constitutional rights with this government. Because I've lost all faith in my government, in this government, our United States government. I've lost all faith in Congress. I've definitely lost faith in the White House. I mean, even the Supreme Court, I'm starting to lose faith in. All the branches of government have let us down in one way or another. Sometime in our life, they've screwed us over. And if they haven't screwed you over yet, just wait. They will. They will. It'll happen eventually. But, going back to the congressman, and, we need, I know maybe I'm preaching to the choir. Maybe I'm preaching to no one other than Dino and Jesse in the chat. I don't know. But, we need to start getting congressmen and women that will actually give a damn. Because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but here in Minnesota, yes, we're a liberal state. Okay. It's sad to say, yes, we are a liberal state. And, yes, we did just pass the same-sex marriage bill. And we won't get into that. I mean, I'm for it, and I'm for it for reasons of freedom. I'm not for it because I'm anti-religious or anything like that. It's just basically freedom. That's why I'm for it. As like everyone else, I'm sure, that is part of the resistance. And what I'm talking about, if you are speaking up against the government or speaking out against the government on your Facebook page, on your radio show, on your TV show, you're talking to people about it and stuff like that, you are part of the resistance. Okay? So, but we need to get congressmen and women that actually give a damn. And because right now, all they care about is lining their own pockets. And Nancy Pelosi, the House Minority Leader, is saying how President Obama is a great president. He's doing great things for this nation. Really? Do you need glasses, Pelosi? Have you not seen the unemployment rate? Have you not seen our national debt climb higher and higher and higher and higher? Or how about our gas prices skyrocketing? I mean, before Obama took office, gas prices were on a national average of $1.89 a gallon, maybe $2 a gallon when Obama took office. Now, granted, I do remember after September 11th, 2001, yes, gas prices went up to like $5, but that was because of 9/11. but they went down. Now, that's what they say the national average is. I want to say it was around maybe 250 when Obama came into office. But now look at it. Here in Minnesota, the gas prices are almost just a few cents away from $4.50 a gallon, which we found out the reason being is because 2 oil refineries in Chicago have shut down and will not restart until after Memorial Day. So we can expect gas prices, at least here in the Midwest, to continue to soar until after Memorial Day or until they restart these refineries. But, the inflation has gone up. The value of the U.S. dollar has gone down. Gold prices have gone up, even though the Federal Reserve will have you believe that they're going down. They're not. They're going up. I mean, gold and silver. If you want my advice right now, don't wait for the dollar to collapse. Just go get your gold and silver now. I mean, get a good nest egg, put it in a safe or something, because the dollar will fall. And I'll tell you why it will fall. Mainly because the U.S. dollar, the only reason why it was, so popular, so profitable for us as Americans here, was because the U.S. dollar was the national currency. Oil companies use the U.S. dollar when figuring out their prices. But, in other countries as well, figuring out exports, imports, stuff like that. I mean, you could go down to Mexico or any other country and not have to worry about exchanging your money because everyone would take U.S. dollars because it was that valuable back then. Now, they won't take it. You have to exchange your money in. And now, countries like France and the UK and Russia, Germany, and other European countries are going away from the U.S. dollar. They're abandoning the U.S. dollar and going for the Chinese yen or the Japanese won. Which in China they have a more stable economy, at least so I'm told. I don't know if they do or not, but it's China. Come on. But anyways, so I mean, we need to get. We just need a new government, folks. I mean, it is time to clean house. It is time to get all of the congressmen and women, all of the politicians out of D.C., okay, and either get new ones, or I may even go as far to say as go back to the Articles of Confederation. Now, you're probably thinking, whoa, what? Go back to the Articles of Confederation? What the hell are you talking about, Nick? You want to give up our Constitution? No, I don't want to give up our Constitution. I don't want to give up our Bill of Rights. I want to still keep them. But if you read the Articles of Confederation, which, some people will call it the first draft of the Constitution, it actually gave the federal government had very, very little power. And the reason they changed it to the Constitution was because the Articles of Confederation did not give the federal government the ability to levy taxes or to raise an army or anything like that. But when you looked at the scope of things on who had the majority of the power, whether it was the states or a centralized government, it was heavily in favor of the states. I mean, basically, each state was its own country. We were just, a confederation of states, with one small centralized government. But, that didn't work, so we went to the Constitution. Now, after the Constitution was ratified and everything, things were going, at least in America, were going pretty good. It was a